I find about with the royal family nowadays, I don't think it's ever going to be as like what it was when the Queen Mum and the Queen was alive, bless her. But I think Prince Andrew sealed his fate when I'm not 100% sure, but did he not pay 10 million to someone to go away? Well, if that's the case, then...
Just to be clear, he's always denied the allegations, Dave. It was an undisclosed amount.
I wouldn't give somebody £1 if I didn't do something.
You'd go through the process in full sight so they would understand your innocence straight away. That's what you do, Dave.
Yeah, why would you give someone 10 million? You wouldn't give them £1.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so...
you sealed your fate. And then you've got King Charles with what he done to Diana. I think the whole royal family's just in a total mess.
Okay, Dave, how about if we see this?
Have you ever wondered why some celebrities seem to be under constant scrutiny while others seem to be given a free pass? This question has been especially pertinent with regards to the British royal family, particularly in the case of Prince Andrew and Prince Harry. Recently on Jeremy Vine's show, an interesting topic was brought to light. It appears that Prince Andrew, despite being embroiled in serious allegations and scandals, is not facing the same level of criticism as Prince Harry. Instead, Prince Harry, who made the personal decision to step away from royal duties with his wife, is the one who is often dragged through the mud. This disparity in treatment raises some serious questions. Why is it that Prince Andrew, who has been accused of heinous acts, is slowly being reintegrated into royal life as if nothing ever happened? On the other hand, Prince Harry, who made a personal decision for the sake of his family's happiness, is constantly vilified and scrutinised. The media's obsession with tearing down Harry and Meghan while seemingly forgetting about Andrew's alleged wrongdoings is not just biased, it's disturbing. If we're going to hold people accountable for their actions, shouldn't we start with those who have brought real, tangible shame to their positions? Now let's dive into the role the media plays in shaping public opinion about these royal figures. The media, in all its forms, wields considerable influence over public perception. It shapes narratives, highlights certain aspects while downplaying others, and in so doing can significantly sway public sentiment. This power is especially evident when we look at the disparity in media treatment of Prince Harry and Prince Andrew. Consider Prince Harry, a man who, with his wife Meghan, made the decision to step away from royal duties in order to carve out a life of their own. A choice, it's worth noting, that was born out of a desire to protect their family from the very media scrutiny we're discussing. The backlash was swift and relentless, with every move, every statement, every interview dissected and often distorted to fit a narrative of betrayal and disrespect. On the other hand, we have Prince Andrew. Despite facing serious allegations and scandals, the media's treatment of him has been markedly different. Yes, there's been coverage, but the intensity, the fervour, the sheer persistence that's been applied to Harry's narrative seems to be missing. Instead, there seems to be a slow but steady effort to reintegrate Andrew into the public eye, as though nothing ever happened. Why this difference? Why is one prince vilified for seeking a life outside the royal bubble, while the other, facing far more severe accusations, seems to be given a pass? The answer lies in the power of the media to shape public opinion. It's about what stories are told, how they're told, and crucially, how often they're told. The media has a responsibility to provide balanced, objective coverage. Yet, as we've seen, this isn't always the case. There's a clear bias in the narratives being pushed, a bias that can and does shape public sentiment. As we can see, the media's influence is palpable, steering public sentiment and often creating a bias. Through this lens, it's clear that public opinion isn't just a reflection of individual beliefs, but is, in large part, a product of the stories we're told and how they're presented to us. Next up, we take a closer look at the real scandal that seems to be overshadowed by the media's obsession with Harry and Meghan. Prince Andrew, the Queen's second son, has been entangled in numerous controversies that have drawn international attention. Yet the gravity of these situations seems to be sidelined, almost forgotten, in the shadow of the relentless scrutiny of Harry and Meghan. The most significant among these is the lawsuit filed by Virginia Giuffre, alleging that she was sexually trafficked by the late financier Jeffrey Epstein and forced to have sexual encounters with Prince Andrew, a claim the prince has vehemently denied. While the legal process is yet to reach a conclusion, it's a serious allegation that has potential to tarnish the reputation of the royal family. Another controversy involves Prince Andrew's questionable relationship with Epstein himself. Despite Epstein's conviction for sex crimes, the prince continued to associate with him, even staying at his New York mansion after the conviction. This decision has been widely criticized and questioned, given the severity of Epstein's crimes. Yet, despite these serious allegations, the media seems to be more interested in Harry and Meghan's decision to step back from royal duties, their subsequent move to the United States, and their candid interviews about their experiences within the royal family. While these are certainly newsworthy stories, the disproportionate focus on them seems to eclipse the grave allegations against Prince Andrew. The media plays a crucial role in shaping public opinion. It's their responsibility to report on all matters with equal intensity, especially when it comes to serious allegations involving figures of authority. The preference for sensational headlines over substantial issues is a disservice to the public and can result in skewed perceptions. Prince Andrew's controversies deserve just as much attention, if not more, as the actions of Harry and Meghan. The former has been accused of serious crimes, while the latter have simply sought to live their lives on their own terms, far from the royal spotlight. Yet the media's obsession with the Duke and Duchess of Sussex often takes precedence, casting a shadow over the more serious issues at hand. This isn't a plea for the media to stop scrutinising the royal family. Rather, it's a call for balanced, fair reporting that doesn't favour sensationalism over significant issues. It's about remembering that every story has multiple facets, and it's crucial not to lose sight of the more serious ones in the midst of media frenzy. It's important to remember, amid the media frenzy, the gravity of these allegations against Prince Andrew. In light of these revelations, it's time to reconsider who we should be holding accountable. Let's take a step back for a moment. We've been privy to the media's relentless pursuit of Harry and Meghan, scrutinising their every move, their every word. But has the same level of scrutiny been applied to Prince Andrew? The straightforward answer is no. Despite allegations and scandals of a severe nature swirling around him, Andrew seems to be welcomed back into the royal fold with open arms, while Harry and Meghan, who simply chose a different path, are constantly berated and devalued. This isn't a call to arms against Prince Andrew, but rather a plea for fairness. If we are to hold our public figures accountable, it should be based on their actions, not on a biased media narrative that seems to favour one over the other. Harry and Meghan's decision to step back from royal duties and live their lives as they see fit should not be the subject of such intense and unjust criticism. They have not brought shame upon the monarchy, nor have they been embroiled in scandalous affairs. On the other hand, Prince Andrew's actions and the allegations against him should not be swept under the rug. They deserve attention, scrutiny, and, if found to be true, accountability. We need to ask ourselves why there's such a discrepancy in the way these individuals are treated by the media and, by extension, by the public. In the grand scheme of things, who is really bringing disgrace to the monarchy? Is it Harry and Meghan, who are trying to live their lives authentically and honestly, or is it Andrew, who seems to be given a free pass, despite serious allegations? This is not just about fairness to Harry and Meghan, but also about integrity in the way we consume and interpret media narratives. It's time to step back, reassess, and demand fair and equitable treatment of all individuals involved. It's time to focus on the real issues at hand and bring an end to the unjust smearing of Harry and Meghan. As we wrap up today's discussion, it's clear that the way we perceive our royals is heavily influenced by the media. We've examined the troubling double standards in royal criticism and the media's significant role in shaping public opinion. We've taken a closer look at the disparate treatment between members of the same royal family, and we've made a plea for fairness. Remember, it's crucial to think critically about the information presented to us. We must question the narratives, especially when they seem skewed or biased. It's easy to get swept up in the headlines, but let's not forget that behind every story are real people, with real lives and real consequences. As always, we appreciate your time and encourage you to keep the conversation going. Don't just accept the narratives you're given, challenge them, question them, and push for the truth. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more insightful discussions here on Celebrity Scoop.